Hi guys, Merry to everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene. It is actually this the equinox today. Today's the 21st, and we have a few things to discuss. Some of them, in fact, most of it's kind of a downer. But I've been I just want to talk about it. And I mean, some of you may get a bit upset, and some of you may not get upset at all. I'm not trying to upset you, my audience, because there's nothing specifically to do with you. Me and Dory may or may not work out as roommates for reasons that I can't go into right now, because there are things in her life that are not gonna make it easy to work out as roommates. And part of the problem is that she's kind of torn between familial responsibilities and something that she wanted to do with me, to be my roommate, and so she's kind of sitting in the equivalent of a tug of war. How does this affect us? Well, I'm talking about us and me and you, the audience and me and you. Well, this is not new. This is actually an old problem. It just happens to keep rearing its ugly head every time. It has to do with two things. I have a cell phone plan now that is postpaid, which I got that originally because I was hoping to be able to cover the election coverage of 2016, and so I got my phone on a postpaid plan, which works out well. But the bill for service is $82.79, and for the home phone, for the cell phone and the mobile hotspot. And the home phone, if the Berkeley Fund comes in time, I still got to pay $101 on. Now, I don't really get too many home phone calls, so you would say, oh, that's simple. And you're right, it would be simple, and it is, relatively speaking, to cancel the home phone and just use the cell phone. Except the only problem is that I find that the cell phone quality, for the most part, always kind of leaves me wanting. I don't feel that I'm getting the sound quality that I really would like to have out of a cell phone connection. As far as auditorial quality, so I'm sitting there and let me sit down and plug the numbers into the budget sheet that is more realistically what's going to happen, and it came out to be is that, sadly to say, the home phone is a casualty to this, and also possibly the home internet. I can't say it's definitive, but the home internet, but I can tell you the home phone is definitely in trouble. Because I'm trying to figure out the best way to make a very tight budget work. Yes, I really was hoping that it was going to work with me and Dory as roommates, at least. But I told her that I needed a definitive answer by the 29th of July. And I just don't know if she's going to be able to do it. Okay? And that's the sad truth. Yes, I still am going to get the renter's rebate in October, but we have to get through August 1st and September 1st before we worry about October 1st. Okay? So I have to figure out how I'm supposed to hold out for 2 more months before the renter's rebate is going to kick in and possibly save my bacon. And that's an issue. Which brings up something that Donald Trump also is aware of. Is that people in this country are not doing as well as they would be if they could find gainful employment. But with all the automation and jobs going overseas, the ability for people to find work is slim to none. I mean, I'm talking about unskilled labor. It definitely is pretty much being replaced by machinery and by illegal immigrants that come in here, in the Syrian refugees. It does nothing for the American people that are saying is that they want jobs, because guess what? Everybody else says get your job, but you. And under Obamacare, a company is not likely to hire a full-time employee because of the high costs of having to provide mandated insurance coverage for that employee. For that reason, a lot of companies have chosen not to have full-time employees because they don't want to have to pay out the nose for an insurance plan for employees because they're not making enough of an income. Certainly no different than anyone else in that area. So, before I suggest something like getting a job, which I really do want to work, I want to go back to work. I really do. But it's got to be a job that's going to pay the bills. It should be a job, preferably, that is in my skill sector. I mean, come on. I mean, I have washed plenty of plates and pots and cups and saucers in my time. Trust me, I was a dishwasher at Friendly's in Storrs, Connecticut. I was one of the best dishwashers they had. But the sad truth is when that economy took a downturn, I was laid off. And then, of course, in 2000, I ended up having to relocate because my building got foreclosed on because my landlord's father, which was the actual lien owner, or lease or title owner, had passed away. So I ended up coming back to this side of the state. That's how it all started out. In the last few years, my life has not been very good overall. It has been a series of wishes and prayers, and I'm not saying I haven't made bad decisions in my life, because I have made plenty of them. Trust me, I have. I can tell you I probably got a whole book of bad decisions somewhere. But for the time being, what I wanted to tell you is that we're going to try to keep broadcasting on YouTube, but we are going to have to get rid of the home phone because I can't help it. I don't have the resources to keep going like I am. I have too many obligations, and I just wish that I didn't have to make such a drastic decision. Because the house phone is, if my hearing is much more compatible, and that's the sad truth. You gotta understand that for people like me, who have hearing loss, a house phone provides a little bit less distortion and we can hear it better. Whereas most cell phones are not as good. Don't forget the speakers are tiny and they don't sound good, and it makes it harder. for us to communicate. But I'm kind of stuck because even if I didn't have T-Mobile and I just had my home phone, I still would be in the red. That's one of the reasons I've been asking you for assistance. It's because I know you guys like my videos. I just talked to a fan yesterday, and they really would like to see the videos continue. I would too. I would too. So, if you have any ideas or suggestions, I'm all ears. Because I don't have any. And I really seriously am totally out of ideas. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.